Hello everybody. I slept really good last night and I hope you guys slept really well too. And this is one of the new shirts that I found at a thrift store. I really love it. It's awesome. Okay, so yesterday I read chapter 4. Today is the 5th. I had to look at my laptop. Okay, so I'm going to be reading chapter 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this chapter is not very long either. But, anyways. Okay. I got my cup of coffee with my... I should show you guys my coffee cup. Right here. I'm a huge big cat lover. So, I got this cup, I think, at... I got it at Hobby Lobby, I think like a year ago. And it had a section of all big cat items. Like, it had a big cat statue, coffee cup, like my letter L right there. There was something like that there, except it was white and it had a big cat on it. And if I had the money, I would have bought all of that. That would have been so cool. But anyways, Batman. Okay. So, chapter 4 yesterday was when Keegan came home, freaking out and panicking, and Madison tried to close the window, and, Keegan grabbed her arm, and she's like, why are you acting so weird and stuff, and she yelled at him about, or she didn't really yell at him, but she told him, why is your room so messy and dirty? And then she went into her room, closed the door, and she fell asleep on her bed. And then, I think this might... Yeah, I think this is from her point of view, maybe? Yeah. Okay. So this is chapter 5, and this is from Madison's point of view. Okay. Her phone buzzed on the nightstand. She reached for it and saw a calendar pop up. An alarm on her cell phone always reminds her when it's time to take the medicine. She pulled the blankets off and rubbed both eyes. The clock showed 10:30 p.m. I'm so tired. I need sleep. She walked down the hall and stopped by Keegan's door and listened. It was still... Oh, I'm sorry. It was silent. It was silent, so she opened it. He was sound asleep in bed, and he still had his clothes and shoes on. He always woke up later in the night and took them off, instead of removing them from his feet and waking him and getting yelled at. She left them alone. She opened the chest that sat at the end of his bed and pulled out a blanket Dad used to nap with when Keegan was 8. She yawned and laid it over him. Whatever you did, Daddy forgives you. Just ask for forgiveness. Good night. See you in the morning. Before leaving, she quietly opened the window so the bad smell would leave the room. Clothes were still on the floor, so she went ahead and picked them up one by one, then tossed them over the rail to the bottom step of the staircase. After she picked up all the beer cans and trash, she closed the door and walked down the stairs. Once all of Keegan's clothes were gathered and put in the washer, she stepped into the kitchen and grabbed her pill bottle. She popped the lid, set the tiny pill on her tongue, and swallowed it. She made her way up the stairs and climbed back into bed. Minutes within dozing off, a thump awakened Madison. What's he doing now? She opened the door and stared down the hall at Keegan's room. Keegan, please go to bed. It's getting late and Mom will be home soon. She tiptoed slowly down the hallway, then leaned towards the door and listened. Quietness consumed the room. No, Keegan screamed. Get out. Madison gasped and took a step back, covering her mouth. She stood there until a loud crash echoed from the room, startling her. Keegan's screams were nothing like she had heard before. It sounded like he was being tossed around and tortured. But that wasn't all she heard. There was a deeper, demonic voice. Something hit the door, splitting it down the middle. Madison fell back and landed on the floor. Staring at the door, she didn't know what to think or do. The sound stopped. Quietness took over. She stood to her feet and grabbed hold of the doorknob. "Keegan, are you okay?" Twisting the handle, she pushed the door open. Her legs collapsed, and she hit the door rail and slid down to the floor. Tears burned through her blurry eyes as her heart pounded faster. Madison screamed in terror, bringing both hands to her face. Sorry about that. I'm gonna sneeze. Leaning over the edge of the bed, blood dripped from Keegan's neck. A puddle settled on the floor by his hand. The window was covered in blood as it slid down the wall and headboard, including. He wasn't moving or breathing. His eyes were wide open. Madison ran down the hall to her cell phone and called 911. And then I have like this ... thing. Minutes later, the police arrived, led out of the room by one of the police officers. Tears traced down her cheeks. A shocking feeling weighed heavy on her heart. Deep down, she knew Keegan was gone. A few paramedics entered Keegan's room with a gurney. She stepped out of the way. She stepped outside as the flashing lights from the cop car caught her attention. People stood in their front yards or on their decks, talking back and forth. Madison's mom stopped the car by the curb and ran across the yard towards Madison. She wrapped both arms around her. "Madison, what the hell happened?" Madison paused and shook her head, not knowing what to say, afraid of how she would respond. "Where's Keegan? Where is he?" she asked, shaking her shoulders. "Where's your brother at? Answer me." Before Madison spoke, two paramedics pushed the gurney out the front door and down the brick path that led to the driveway. Madison's mom let go of her and walked over to the gurney. "Keegan," she screamed. "Oh God, no." Her work bag fell to the ground with a thud. Tears trailed down her cheeks. She held onto the handle, walking beside it, tightening her grip. "Let go, ma'am," the paramedic said. Madison ran over, pulled her mom's hand free from the handle, and held her close. "Keegan," she sobbed. They watched the paramedics push the gurney into the back of the ambulance. My baby boy," she screamed. The door closed and it headed down the road. Madison felt her mom's body shake and tremble until her legs gave out, then collapsed to the ground as she sobbed and cried. "Keegan." Other neighbors watched with curiosity, whispering to one another. A cop car pulled up at the end of the driveway. Madison and her mom sat by the deck. She continued to sob and cry, head tipped down. Detective Luke stepped out of the car, and of course, he looked right at Madison, as if he knew she was there. He stopped and talked to another cop that showed up on the scene. He looked at Madison, then back at the other cop. They talked for a few minutes as he wrote on a notepad. He walked over and stopped in front of her. "Madison, you need to come with me." Her mom wiped the tears away. "What? Why?" her mom kept Madison behind her, as if she was a protecting shield. Why did she have to go with you? Please come with us, Madison. We have to take you down to the police station. Madison didn't want to fight and walked over to the police car. A couple of neighbors said, "She killed her brother. I knew that would happen." To be continued. Wow, that would be a lot to take in, especially for a mother that lost their child traumatically like that. It was kind of hard for me to get inside of Madison. No, it was really hard for me to show how a mother would react to losing their kid like that. I didn't want Madison's mom to actually find her son that way, because when you guys get to know Madison more, you'll see how much Madison's mom feels about losing her husband, Liam, from heart cancer, and she was very depressed, and her mom was very depressed and had a lot of issues after her husband died, because they'd been together for so many years and then he tragically died. So I was like, I think I can give Madison this to see her brother that way, and it does affect her, and throughout the series she does grow through it. So I don't know if having depression and anger makes it worse. It probably does, but throughout the book you'll see how she feels about finding her brother dead in her bedroom and stuff. So and of course I do remember when I wrote the scene where Madison opens the door and she finds her brother. That's definitely a crime scene. So I have a friend that was chief of police, and I would ask him so many questions. This book has a lot of police in it, the crime scene, and I did not know much about it. So I was just asking him a bunch of questions and whatnot. And then I like to watch this TV show, Forensic Files. I love that show. I think I discovered that show when I was writing this book, I think. I don't know. I wrote this book back in, I think, 2014. Wait, no. I wrote The Wish in 2010. So I think this book took me about 3 years, I think. Because I published this in 2019, 18 or 19, I'm not really sure, but anyways, I don't know. I really can't remember. I have a piece of paper where it says when I wrote stuff and when I wrote it, so I can probably go back there and look at it. But anyways, I watched a lot of Forensic Files, mostly crime scene ones. Well, they're all crime scenes, but I didn't know if I wanted this to be a homicide, because there's no witnesses. Well, Madison was a witness, but she didn't see it happen. So I just done so much research for this book. It was a lot of fun to write, and I really did have fun writing the crime scene. I mean, back then I was into all the guts and blood and brains, but not as much anymore now. Anyways, so that chapter was a lot of fun to write. So tomorrow is Friday. So I will be reading chapter 6. Let me look. Yeah, chapter 9. So chapter 6. 5. Okay, chapter 6 is also a short chapter. It's from Inga's point of view. So, Okay, so chapter 6 is, it's really short. So, I'm going to read this one probably at 7 because, I could probably read at 6:45, but, because after I'm done at the flower shop, when I'm done working, I come home, I'll eat like a salad or something, and because I like to enjoy my food, I don't want to rush it, because like Tuesday night, oh my gosh, I wanted to read at 6:45, and I had a pizza, and I was like rushing it because I just was falling behind, and I'm like, I think I need to start reading at 7 on Fridays, just to give me enough time to eat. So I think I'm going to read, wait, Friday. Oh, I'm talking about Thursday. Okay. Tomorrow morning, I will be reading, no. Yeah, duh. Today's Thursday. Oh my God. Pardon my French, forgive me. Oh. Okay. Today's Thursday. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Friday, tomorrow, August 6th. Yeah, August 6th, I will read this chapter at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah. I'll do that. 6. And then, wait, I have my calendar. Okay, I know it says Friday 6:45, but Thursday, yes, 8 a.m. Okay. Well, 8:30. So Friday, I know it says 6:45, but I'll white that out and say 7 o'clock. Okay, yeah. 7 o'clock. And then, yeah. So Saturday, August 7th, I have farmer's market from 8 to 12. And then it says here for chapter 7, August 7, I'll be reading at 4 o'clock. Which I don't know. Maybe I should read at 3. Because I usually eat supper at 5. I don't know. But that's it for that week. So Monday, August 9th, I'll be reading chapter 9. August 10th, chapter 10. August 11th, I will be reading chapter 11. And then Thursday, I'm not going to do any live readings or anything. And then August 13th, I'll read chapter 13 at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday, I'm not doing any live readings. Sunday, I'm not doing any. So after the 10th, I'm going to go back to my regular live stream schedule. So, unless something comes up. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed that chapter. And if there's short chapters, like, if Inga has like a short chapter, then I will definitely probably read 2 chapters if it's short. I don't know. But anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this live reading. And I will see you guys tomorrow. What? Today's Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock Friday. The 6th. Okay, I woke up not too long ago, so I'm kind of like half asleep. So just bear with me. So, but don't forget to go to my social media and check out my new book covers, because I'm just like really excited for you guys to see them. And I'm actually working on, so there's I Am Her, Look at Her Now, and Behind These Holy Eyes. So those are the next 3 poetry books that I am going to be working on. So I'm just really excited to, I did send I Am Her, I sent it off to my editor. So I'm just really, really excited to do that. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me for this live reading. Batman! Hi! Wow, his eyes are bright yellow. Hi, handsome! Are you gonna tell everybody bye? Hi! Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. Bye.